Pouring salt on a stump is an old method for destroying stumps. It is used to accelerate decay and permanently destroy the remains of a felled tree. People use this method to avoid the arduous task of digging out roots or paying for expensive stump grinding machines. Smaller stumps and tree roots might be possible to remove by hand. However, getting rid of large stumps is not easy at all without machinery. Simply sprinkling salt on the surface of the stump is not enough. The process goes like this. First, it is necessary to drill holes in the stump. This can be done with a drill. Holes are drilled across the entire surface of the stump. Lumberjacks simplify this. They usually cut into the stump with a chainsaw to make a cross. The deepest borehole is in the center of the cross. Some lumberjacks suggest pouring diesel on the stump. Gasoline or diesel are also well-known agents for destroying stumps. But for me, salt is a more acceptable ecological solution. Since we have holes or boreholes, they are filled with salt. The salt is then moistened with water, just enough for the wood to start absorbing it. Afterwards, covering the stump is desirable. The stump can be covered with black plastic sheeting. Darkness and a lack of oxygen will speed up the decomposition process. Here is how salt acts on the stump and why it is effective. Salt is hygroscopic, which means it naturally absorbs and draws moisture out of everything it comes into contact with. Once inside the wood, it pulls water out of the stump cells, thereby killing and drying it out. Dry wood is much more susceptible to cracking and rotting. It is not just a matter of the stump rotting as quickly as possible, it also prevents the appearance of new shoots. With many tree species, such as walnut, acacia, fig, and others, cutting it down is not the end. They tend to send out new young shoots from the stump or roots even after the tree has been cut. Salt penetrates deep into the root and prevents the tree from growing again. Although salt itself acts as a preservative initially, in combination with moisture from the ground, it eventually destroys the wood structure. A dried-out stump becomes brittle and spongy. This allows fungi and microorganisms to eat it more easily and turn it into powder. How did you get rid of stumps, and from which country are you watching? Write in the comments. Share the video with friends who are interested in this topic. However, one should be careful, because salt is a total herbicide. If you overdo it, or if rain washes too much salt into the surrounding soil, nothing will be able to grow in that place for years. Therefore, be careful if the stump is located in the middle of a flower bed or lawn. But salt does not always have to be harmful to trees. For example, salt is used in the mixture for whitewashing fruit trees. In this case, salt is beneficial in multiple ways. It improves the adhesion of the lime to the bark and provides better durability of the coating. It prevents the bark from cracking in winter and protects against spring frosts. It slows down the movement of sap through the trunk. Salt contributes to protection against pests. This recipe includes the use of salt, slaked lime, sulfur, copper sulfate, and water. Salt does not always have to be harmful to plants either. Let's take the example of disinfecting onions and garlic before planting. Salt provides protection against pests. In this case, a saline solution is made from 250 grams of salt and 1 liter of warm water. Garlic cloves or onion sets for planting are soaked in this saline solution. They stay in the saline solution for about 3 hours. Then they are rinsed and dried before planting. Garlic disinfected this way is protected from onion flies, thrips, mites, and nematodes. The easiest way to support our work is to like the video. Click the follow button, then the bell, and finally confirm the bell. This means a lot to us. Thank you for your support.